We begin Sefer Vaykira, the book of the Torah that discusses the sacrifices, with a long list of rules regarding all the sacrifices. What are the sacrifices all about? Why would God command that we bring sacrifices? And what can we learn from this entire list of commands about sacrifices today? Many commentaries explain that the key to answering this question is in one verse in the very beginning of this week's Parsha, where it says, Adam, a person, ki yakriv, who brings a sacrifice, mikem, from among you, korban, he brings a sacrifice. The words of this verse are totally out of order. It should say, Adam mikem, a person among you who brings a korban, who brings a sacrifice. Why does it say, a person who brings a sacrifice from among you? The commentaries explain that that word mikem, from among you, actually means from inside of us. When a person brings a sacrifice, it has to be something internal, some personal, passionate drive that they have to do what? To bring themselves closer to God. The word korban, which means sacrifice, also comes from the word karov, to come close. The whole idea of a sacrifice was that the people had a passion to give themselves over to God, to do for God, to feel close to God. And the best they could do was to lean against an animal, feel the animal had life, and then give that animal in their place to God. That's the whole idea of a sacrifice, of giving up of themselves for God. Today, we don't have sacrifices, and many commentaries say in the third temple, we won't have animal sacrifices. But the message still remains the same. We need to generate a feeling inside of us that we live our lives not for ourselves, but we want to do whatever we can for God. Use our talents for God, use our skills for God, use our time for God. Give our lives over to God. If we do so, that is the act of a korban. That is how we bring ourselves closer to God. So as we read these portions of the Torah that talk about sacrifices, let's remember this lesson, that it was mikem. It was their inner desire to get closer to God and give themselves over to God. And we can do the same today without animal sacrifices, just by using our lives, everything that we have, for God. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.